Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, G-Man Movie Reviews. Coming at you today with a new Netflix instant review. And today I'm going to be reviewing Hellraiser, the 1987 horror movie. Hellraiser was written and directed by Clive and stars Andrew Robinson, Clare Higgins, Ashley Laurence, and Chapman. I'd never heard of any of them before this movie, and I'm not sure I'd seen them in another movie since. The plot involves a couple characters that move into a house, an old family house, and basically it's haunted by demons and supernatural forces, and then events unfold from there. Hellraiser is one of those movies that I grew up in the 1990s, and I would always see it in the horror section of the VHS store. I used to love going to the horror section and just checking out all the movies that I couldn't see because they were rated R. So Hellraiser was always one that I was kind of interested in because the pinhead on the cover, and I was like, that looks kind of cool. And then once I got old enough to check it out and my parents would let me, I wound up watching other titles. So I'd never seen it until now. And did it live up to my expectations? Unfortunately not. Let's start with the good real quick. One thing that's real solid in this movie, I loved the music. It actually reminded me of one of my favorite horror movies, The Shining, just really creepy and some slow, suspenseful building music. And also the makeup was really solid. There's some pretty scary images here, and that's actually probably the scariest thing about the movie is some of the makeup and the way characters are portrayed on screen. I thought the makeup was really solid and very impressive. Now, in terms of the weaknesses, the biggest thing, most important thing to me, the plot. I found that the movie was either very repetitive or it wasn't repetitive, but it was just so stupid that I didn't find it entertaining at all or scary. There's these characters that just make really dumb decisions, which totally takes away from any type of horror. That's my biggest thing about a horror movie. If you want it to be successful, the audience needs to think and believe that the characters are making good, smart decisions and they can't get out of it. That's what makes it scary. I mean, like I said earlier, the scariest thing about this movie were some of the images, but in terms of the actual plot of this movie, not really scary, no good character development, so I didn't really bond with any of the characters, unfortunately, and that took me out of the movie. Also, this didn't really hurt that much, but the CGI looks really dated in this. It's not like a huge aspect of the movie, but there's definitely a few parts where you're just like, what? Like that just looks really goofy. But that's not ultimately what made me like or dislike the movie. Ultimately, I didn't really like this movie because I didn't find it scary. I thought the plot was really not good, repetitive, and just wasn't a scary movie. So I think some horror junkies might find this to be a little bit entertaining, especially if you're into like 80s horror movies. So I would give it like a slight recommend to that because like I said, the makeup and some of the music's pretty good. But if you're not a big horror fan, I don't think Hellraiser is worth your time to check out. I would skip it and opt for another horror title on Netflix instant. And overall, I'm going to give Hellraiser a 4 out of 10. Thanks everyone for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up below, subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you think of Hellraiser. Until next time, this is G-Man Movie Reviews. Take care.